Hello everybody and welcome to round number 17 of the Sunoco Lead Series Season 3. We're back here again for our third season in a row here at Calder Park, the only right-turning speedway on the schedule for what is going to be an exciting 73 laps around this beautiful Australian oval. On pole position today, Calder Paulson, who was reconfirmed to Clubhouse Racing next season, will start in his second pole position of the season alongside Eric Monaco, who has been confirmed to go to a rank D ride next season, which is going to be a brand new team, Thunder Sport GP. On row 2 we have Lorenzo Log, who actually has, like I said in the last race, has been reconfirmed Epic Motorsports alongside William Duncan, the Maverick GP owner. In row 3, Max Anderson, who lost a lot of points in the last race, is going to have a lot to make up. Starts on row 3 alongside Kieran Mulcher, who he's lost contention for the championship, but he's still going strong for his own statistics. We'll see how he does today. On row 4, you got Hans Windhelm, who has been on an amazing good luck streak lately, alongside Paul Jackson, who was less than 100 points out of the points lead. And on row 5, you got Skylar Johnson, who is still a free agent for next season, alongside Jeffrey Finguy, who is known as probably the biggest threat in this entire speedway. He's the biggest threat on any speedway, really, but you never know what can happen around here. We've seen some pretty awesome stuff. For the first time ever, these people will not be required to pit throughout the 73-lap stint. This track doesn't really eat up the tires too much, and they expand the fuel for this race because they don't want this to be a pit stop strategy type race. They want this to be an endurance, just an amazing endurance race. So we're really expecting some fun action as we should be rolling. There we go. Fastest in practice, Sean Angel, who just seemed so fast for Trailblazer Motorsports, even though he hasn't really looked too strong other than Talladega this season. But now he looks to be one of the strongest guys out here, along with Jeffrey Finguy and Aiden Shepard, who was third in practice. Team Flame Racing has been looking very strong so far to this weekend at Calder Park. Paulson and Monaco's teammate Gerardo Ron starts way back here with people like Stu Cole. So long ways to go as we're going to head her back up to the front. Calder Paulson for his second pole position. He won when he was on pole at Mid-Ohio. Can he win on pole here today, as he'll lead him down to the green flag in Calder Park? Coming down to take the green. Green flag is in the air in Calder Park. As now they're on the back stretch. Calder Paulson was able to clear his teammate for the lead, but Lorenzo Log and Max Anderson sit behind. Anderson looking to extend his points lead here today. As Monarch, like I said, they've been on an amazing good luck streak lately, as you can see Carlson approaching as well. But he's being pushed wide by Rowe, so it's not going to be too good of a thing for them, along with Hans Windhelm being pushed wide by Skylar Johnson. But it seems that the 28 car, William Carlson Jr., is using the middle line to his advantage and not his disadvantage, as he's locked up to the back of his teammate. Can they make it through this pack? As you also see two of the biggest threats in this field below them. That's Jackson and Finguy, who just touched. They are really trying to get through this field because Anderson is running, and no one wants Anderson to run away with this. As let's get the leaderboard up for you. Calder Paulson leads as they barrel down the back stretch. Again, they're not required to pit in this race. They may do it for tires, I'm not sure, because your tires do still wear, but not as much. Pitting would give you extra speed though, so keep that in mind. Remember, watch out for people like Sean Angel as we get into through the ladder of this race. Because, like I said, he's one of the fastest out here. Oh, but he gets together with Pericles for just a moment there. That's not good for Sean Angel. Oh, Jackson, you don't want to be too low. It looks like he's making it work, though. As right now, it's Cordell Paulson, Alexander Rowe, Max Anderson, Skylar Johnson. Looks like it's going to be Kieran Mulcher in 5th. But Mulcher looking to go right after Max Anderson for the 4th position, and it looks like he's just going to easily get it from him. No trouble at all. Mulcher looks very fast today. He didn't look amazingly fast in practice, that's the thing. He's finally finding his groove here in Calder Park. Here's Jackson on Skylar Johnson. He's been able to really run that really low line today. No one in practice really was able to perfect that really low line, not even Jackson. But it looks like he's figuring it out. As look at the speed he's able to carry on the bottom. The middle line is usually the best, but it's hard to control it when you're not in like a 3-wide situation. So that's why a lot of people either run the outside or the inside. Jackson getting below Anderson. Jackson trying to gain more points for his championship hunt. But Alexander Rowe leads. Adam Vincent, who was also pretty fast in practice, he showed some speed, got himself to the front. Right now, he's looking very strong as well. That 42 car has won here before. They won in Season 1 under Eric Monaco. Looking near the back, Jack Halleck now having a good day. Shepard and Angel just don't have the speed they showed in practice. This was 1st and 3rd fastest in practice, near the rear. Pericles not having a good day either. Rank A hasn't been in a big groove lately. We're looking for the 61. Gatlin Downey has been signed to Shock Allison Racing in Rank B next season. In Rank B next season, sorry about that. A little bit of a camera glitch. As he'll be driving for Shock Allison, which is huge, because he's been one of the biggest threats in Rank D. Now he's moving to Rank B, and this is just going to be a huge advantage for Gatlin Downey. So only a few more races left, he has to drive the 61 car. Carlson's starting to struggle a little. Here's Windhelm trying to take down Skylar Johnson. Gerardo Ron, who sat around the 23rd position, I believe it was, now overtaking for the 9th position. Gerardo Ron looks very fast. Fastest lap on track was out of Ryan Monaco, though, with a 28.375, which is actually really fast. Oh my. There's your pole sitter, Cordell Paulson, as he's dropped through the pack a little bit. He's now P4. But it doesn't look like that's going to last for long. Jeffrey Finguy down low. Look at this. Now Paul Jackson running the higher line, which is interesting. Everyone knows that low line is the best line around here. Unless you can get yourself into a 3-wide, then the middle line sometimes works. But that inside line, Finguy's also looking like he's perfecting that way inside. Not really. He still loses a lot of momentum out of the corner, which really isn't what you want in that situation. Jackson knows how to do it, it's just he's not doing it right now. I think he's maybe conserving his tires a little bit for the later run. Anderson is about 5 positions down from Jackson. That's about 15 points he's losing. Caldwell just got around him too. So that's another position that Anderson just doesn't have. If you have a mechanical problem or something like that, you can pit. That is the thing. It's just you're not required to. But you're allowed to anytime you want. So if anyone wants to play a tire strategy and get better tires, they could, but I don't think that's going to work. Look at Karanko, he's trying to run the really low line. But yeah, I didn't expect that to work. And that's another position loss for Max Anderson. I don't know what's been going on with Max Anderson lately, because he's We know how blazing fast he can be. But right now, in the past 2 races, he just hasn't been showing the speed we know him for. The speed that's gained him the reputation he has this season. The speed that won him 3 races. Right now, he's just not showing it. Because there goes PJ Karenko. His teammate Carson Bowers is going to zoom right by. And that is another position. He's down to 15th. Oh, Caldwell and Jackson now may begin their battle. Now Rowe for second. Ryan Monaco's best finish was a 2nd place at Michigan earlier this season. Finguy and Rowe both have wins. Vincent has a win. 2 wins, actually. Mulcher doesn't have a win, though. But he's looking very strong today. He could do it. Team Flame's actually looking fairly strong today, except for Aiden Shepard. No, he's gaining a lot, actually. He's been working together with Sean Angel. And these 2 have been coming through the pack. And is that... Yeah, that's Anderson losing more position. God, does he have another issue? There's Sean Angel. Fastest in practice, and he's starting to prove it. He's digging through this pack now. That is 19th for Anderson. Still renders him 16th, 18th. Not looking good for Anderson because Caldwell just got around Jackson. That's 3 more points that Caldwell just gained. Jackson just loses 3 points, but it's still... Jackson's gaining a lot too. Caldwell looks very strong today as well. I wouldn't be surprised if he won this race either. Now he's got to get around Cordell Paulson, the pole sitter, who won qualifying by, I believe, like a 10.5 over his teammate. Oh, but now Cordell is starting to block the lower line. Starting to protect himself from Caldwell. This stalls Caldwell's progress. But that doesn't do anything for Anderson if Anderson can't get his composure. There's just... I'm not sure if it's something with the card today or it's something mentally, but Anderson is just out of it. Because this is 2 more positions he's lost. He's now out just barely in the top 20. And Aiden Shepard's going to fix that, and Anderson is officially out of the top 20. Max Anderson is his whole championship is falling apart right now. He just can't find his composure. We're on lap 30. Like I said, we don't expect cautions, we don't expect pit stops. We just expect a long endurance race. That's just about how good can you conserve your tires for the late run, and how well can you get around this track and around others. As Mulcher and Finguy looking at 3rd and 4th. Where is Shepard? We've seen that he's been digging his way to the pack. He's battling with Gerard Ronvac for 16th. Sean Angel is making moves still. He's now on Gatlin Downey. He's just trying to get through his last few races before he's able to move to rank B next season. Sean Angel. He's also been re-signed to Trailblazer. He'll be driving the number 5 next season. But this Lay's number 57 is treating him well right now, as he's up to 14th now. We'll keep an eye on him throughout the race. Oh my God, Anderson continues to fall apart. He's now battling with Carlson for the 21st position. With people like Brock behind as well. Brock also has had bad races lately. As, Windhelm is finally starting to fall apart with his good luck streak. But he may turn it around. But back at the front, Alexander Rowe continues to lead this race for Maverick GP. Maverick GP only has 1 win since it joined earlier this season out of Halleck, the rookie. Now Rowe trying to make it 2. Let's get back up to Rowe. But Adam Vincent wanting to change that. He held the lead for a little while before. Let's see if he can hold it again. But I see Ryan Monaco closing behind really fast, actually. He closed that gap like it was nothing. And here comes Ryan Monaco on Adam Vincent. I also saw behind Jackson on Caldwell. This is for more points for Jackson. What about Anderson? Oh, he started to gain a little bit there. He got himself back up into the top 20, but now it's going to get ripped back away from him. From what's seemingly going to be Roman Rahal. And that's Anderson back out of the top 20. Anderson really struggling. Cordell Paulson's back in this battle. He was just barely hanging on in front of Caldwell and Jackson before. He's now dug his way up as he's going for the second position, and he's going to latch in right behind Jeffrey Finguy. Finguy is only like 12th in points. And actually, here's the thing. A lot of people lost contention lately. There's only, I believe, 17 people left in contention for this race. Gerard Aron is the only one of those 17 who can lose contention after this race. He's the only one. But right now, he's only like 8 points within. He didn't get pole, and if he can't lead the most laps, which at this point he hasn't, Gerard Aron will lose contention. So I think this is it for Gerard Aron. Paulson's lost contention, but Eric has not. Eric's, I believe, around the 11th position. No, Lorenzo Log's in the 11th position in points, which Lorenzo Log sits in the 35th position having another terrible day. But here comes Alexander Rowe on Vincent. Vincent possibly on Finguy, and we may have a three-person battle for the lead right now. No, Finguy's going to block. Finguy continues to lead, but he still continues to conserve those tires. Anderson down in the 25th position. He's only 5 positions within the points with his teammate Fitzwater, only 2 positions in the points. This is huge for people like Jackson and Caldwell. Even some people like Eric Monaco, Jeffrey Finguy, Alexander Rowe. These people are doing decent in the champion, especially Adam Vincent right now. Vincent, I believe, is like 6th in points. Actually, yeah. He's 6th in points, and he's only 1 point out of being in contention for the points lead. He's 121 points out of Anderson. So this is huge for him right now. This is a points gain on all these people, including the struggling Max Anderson. What about Windhelm? Let's check in on Windhelm. He's gained a little bit, though. Back when we checked on him last, he was around 25th. Now he's battling for the 17th position, so Windhelm's starting to bring it back, as we still got a while to go in this race. But here comes Ryan Monaco, a tap to Vincent as he goes right around him. Ryan trying to follow in his brother's footsteps and win at Calder Park like his brother did in Season 1. But Kieran Mulcher dives low on Vincent. He's looking for the 2nd position. Jeffrey Finguy has regained his composure as he's started to gain a little bit more on the people ahead. Kieran Mulcher has led a lot of races. He led a lot of laps. He's led a good amount of them at Kansas. But then Finguy, his teammate, ended up swooping in and taking that win. And we may be having a deja vu moment here, because Mulcher going to the lead and Finguy is back up here. Oh, but Ryan trying to hold his own. Ryan Monaco has never won a race in the Sunoco Elite Series, in an old series that the same people who host the Sunoco Elite Series, the Enzoy Elite Series, it only ran for a few races before they shut it down to improvise and replan for the Sunoco Elite Series. Ryan Monaco did in fact win. He won round 4 of Paris, so he does have experience and he has wins and the people who own this league, but he just hasn't gotten one in the Sunoco Elite Series. Today may be his day, but Kieran Mulcher going to overtake for the lead. Finguy's going to overtake for 2nd. It's a Team Flame 1-2. Team Flame Racing has had a small bad luck streak lately, but now they're trying to improvise and take over A great championship position. That's Adam Vincent struggling with Tyler Faber and Jackson closing. What about Max Anderson, 25th? Who do you pass? Roman Rajal's starting to struggle now. Oh, Caldwell held up by the 0-0, and Jackson majorly benefits from this. This takes Caldwell out of the position, or out of the picture for Jackson's position, more like, as he can start focusing on the guys ahead. But Vincent really running that inside line, really digging deep, trying to make his way up. It seems that Jackson's been staying around just the 29 zeros. Because of his battle with Caldwell, he lost a lot of his tires. Oh, these guys are starting to lose it too. Jackson's been conserving for a while. Here's Jeffrey Finguy and Kieran Malcher. They wait for their teammate to try to see where he is. We've already gotten news that Finguy has been checking on the radio Shepard's location, because Shepard's nowhere in sight and he's the only one of their team who's not at the front. Oh, Anderson's starting to make his way up. He's in 22nd now. Shepard is in 21st. He's got a long ways to go. That's Vincent on Eric Monaco now. The guys at the front should start to fear, because Vincent is on the way. Ryan now trying to regain the lead from Jeffrey Finguy. Will it be someone who gets his first career win, or someone who gets his second this season, along with his second in his career? Jeffrey Finguy, we're coming up to 14 laps to go. And Adam Vincent is tearing through this pack. Everyone needs to start focusing on Vincent right now. They shouldn't be focusing on each other, because he is absolutely blazing fast compared to the others. 28.8s with the tires he's running. This is what happens when you conserve your tires. You can do this. That was Jackson's mistake, but still. In 8th place when his championship rival Anderson is still losing positions as he's dropping into the 23rd position with Halleck overtaking him. This is still going to be an absolutely incredible points haul for that 40 team. But now, Ryan Monaco. Through the people who own this series, the person who has the longest winless streak is Ryan Monaco, who still is in this series. Ryan has not won since the Amsoil Elite Series back in race 4, before the series was shut down. Now, 3 seasons later, near the end of the season, Calder Park, Ryan Monaco leading, coming to 11 to go. But Adam Vincent pulling 28.7s. That's so fast. Jackson, his teammates, pulling 29.3s. That's the comparison. Vincent is on an absolute tear right now. As we're coming to 10 to go, Adam Vincent has taken the second position from Jeffrey Finguy and is now hunting the back of Ryan Monaco. And there he goes. He's going for the move. Adam Vincent regains his lead, coming to 10 to go. He absolutely tore through this pack. Oop. Weird camera angles there. Switch cameras by accident. Adam Vincent. Everyone's gonna need a miracle at this point to get back by him, because he's someone that's just, oh my god, so fast today. And he's still able to run that low line pretty well, even when he's all alone. What about the 43? 23rd. Still not even close to a position he needs to be in. We have less than 10 to go now. Vincent leads by half a second. Only the top 3 are within a second of each other. Everyone else is starting to fall off, but I see Ryan and Finguy are working together now. Finguy abandons Ryan. Uh-oh, Vincent may have wasted his tires getting through the pack, but he had to. It was a last-ditch effort. He had to work everything he could to get to the front of this pack, but I think he just pushed it a little too hard, because now he's in the mid-29s. Finguy's now on the fast pace, but he's down low. Oh, but he so makes it work. Jeffrey Finguy for the lead now. This battle, the last time we saw the battle between Jeffrey Finguy and Vincent was Kansas, and Finguy came out on top. The rematch is on now, but Ryan Monaco is in the mix this time. We're at 7 to go. We're coming to 6 to go. Jeffrey Finguy battles alongside Adam Vincent. Who's gonna get it? Vincent holding his own on the outside. And it looks like he'll re-clear Finguy. But we know Jeffrey Finguy at a speedway. He is not going to give up that easily. Here comes Jeffrey Finguy on the low line again. He's been one of the people who's been able to work this low line all day long. Jackson's been able to work it too, but Jackson is nowhere in sight right now. And that's the closest to help that Vincent has. But it's the same deal for Jeffrey Finguy. Finguy has no one to help him. He has no allies, no teammates. Malcher fell down. Jeffrey Finguy regains the lead as he closes on the lap car of Lorenzo Log. Alexander Rowe makes a 3-wide move on the inside. We're at 4 laps to go, and Jeffrey Finguy is trying to get around Lorenzo Log just to get by the lap car, which may end up holding up the people behind him. Jeffrey Finguy continues to run that low line. 3 laps to go for Jeffrey Finguy. Vincent's out of it now. There's no way he can bring this back. It's between the top 3. Finguy, Monaco, and Rowe. Monaco has something. Rowe's out of it. Rowe's out of it. He can't do it now. It's between Ryan Monaco and Jeffrey Finguy. Monaco digging deep. Rowe's actually maybe is still in this. 2 laps to go for Jeffrey Finguy. In Calder Park, Australia. Finguy's made an appearance in both of the old Calder Park races, but he was never this relevant. He never had the speedway speed that he's been showing this season. The team has set up his car with the exact configuration that he likes. He found it, and he has found his speed. White flag is in the air for Jeffrey Finguy. This would be his 2nd career win and his 2nd of the season if he can pull it off. Rowe is fast behind, and he's only 3/10 out. Out of turn 2. Down the backstretch for the final time. Rowe is fast, but it's not going to be enough. Oh, Finguy makes a slight mistake. Final corner. And Jeffrey Finguy will take his 2nd career win, his 2nd of the season, and he takes the win in Calder Park. The Endurance Speedway race plays in Finguy's favor, and no one was able to challenge at the end. Rowe 2nd. Vincent pulls out 3rd by 1/100th of a second. Ryan Monaco 4th, and Team Flame will finish out in the top 5 with 2 drivers. As for Max Anderson, a dismal 24th place. Frustration throughout the whole team today. Congratulations, Jeffrey Finguy. This is win number 2. And this should really help his championship hopes, as he is still very much in this. let's go look at your finishing results. So it's Jeffrey Finguy taking his second win of the season and his second career win in rank B, joining Philip Scott to get 2 wins in rank B this season. Rowe, who is 10th in points in second, Vincent 3rd, Monaco 4th, Mulcher 5th, Paulson 6th, Eric Monaco 7th, Paul Jackson in 8th, Benoit Laverne in 9th, and Gatlin Downey going to rank B next season will round out the top 10. Good job, Gatlin Downey. Caldwell lost a few positions near the end, will end up P11. Angel, fastest in practice, dug his way through the field after dropping to almost completely at the rear. Drug his way back up into the 15th position, and PJ Karenko will lock down a good day for Trailblazer in 14th. Good job, Jeffrey Finguy. Next time we are going to what I believe is going to be our last 3 rounds of the season, starting in Autodrome de Paris, which has always treated us well, as it is not the second to last race this season. La Colina is, which everyone's really excited about that, so can't wait for that. And then we'll all finish it out in Yas Marina once again. Congratulations, Jeffrey Finguy. We will see you all in the round of Paris. Till next time, guys. Ciao.